Hey YouTube, how are you? It's Money Minded Michelle and I'm back with another video. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you like what you see, you stay and subscribe and decide to become a part of the Money Minded tribe. And for my returning subscribers, welcome back my friends. As always, it's a pleasure to have you. So the theme of today's video is a Dollar Tree haul. Are you guys surprised? You know you shouldn't be because you know how much this chick loves the Dollar Tree. And I found some really nice goodies this time. We've got some food finds as well as some good books. So why don't we go ahead and jump right in? And let's begin with the food, shall we? They decided at work kind of spontaneously one day when I was out last week that we should have a potluck. I'm like, okay, I'm all for that. I like to share and contribute food. We haven't done that in a long time, since the before times, if you will. So I thought it was a great idea. And then I'm like racking my brain at home, like, what do I already have? Because frankly, I was tired. I had been traveling with Jacob to Missouri, as I mentioned in my last video, to visit the University of Missouri. And I was just exhausted. I didn't feel like buying anything. So I looked in my, what did I have on hand? And I had pasta sauce and I had frozen meatballs. And I had even had an unopened container of Parmesan cheese. I'm like, okay, great. The only thing I'm missing is the pasta. And I'm like, well, Dollar Tree provides. So I went ahead and picked up this 20-ounce box of the Columbia pasta. I've actually never used this particular pasta before, and it's great. It's a great standard pasta. It worked out very well. So what I actually did was I cooked it all in the crock pot, if you can believe this, you guys, because I'm at home and I'm racking my brain. I'm like, well, if I cook it ahead of time, I'm going to have to bring it in cold. And either everyone's going to be standing in line for the microwave to warm up the pasta, or I can't bring sterno. I mean, an open flame in the office, you can't be doing that. So I started Googling pasta in the crock pot with meatballs. And sure enough, apparently you can take dry pasta. It called for a box of dry pasta, 2 jars of sauce. I got 2 jars of marinara. I also added a can of tomatoes that I had on hand, diced tomatoes, because I wanted a little extra moisture for insurance. You can put in your meatballs frozen, and you were supposed to, they gave directions to cook it on low. I started it on high and brought it down to low. And this was in the office. I mean, first thing in the morning, I brought everything in. I plugged in our little kitchen. And I dumped everything together and would periodically get up and go stir it, and I turned it down and it really cooked up quickly. It cooked well. I mean, would I normally cook pasta this way? No, I wouldn't. But to feed a crowd, for to be able to serve it hot, to feed a crowd, and to be able to contribute to the party, it was kind of neat. So in any case, this pasta came to the rescue. Thank you very much, Columbia. This is actually an empty box, so I just wanted to let you guys know it's good stuff. But you probably already know that. I managed to pick up one more package of the Reese's coffee cake mix, so now I have 2 here at home, and I'm waiting for next time I'm invited, maybe to Hugo's family, to like the next event or something. Maybe I'll bake these up. And then I picked up also to go with my 2 now packages of the Reese's coffee cake. This 2-pack of these square pans. One of these fits perfectly in one of these. So you get a 2-pack. So if you have 2 of these, want to do a double batch, you can get 2 pans to go with that. Recommendation with the Reese's. I put in mashed banana and reduced the amount of oil just to a couple of tablespoons. And how much mashed banana? I think I put in the equivalent that they called for in oil. So it calls for 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. So I only put 1/3 cup of banana in last time. And while it was delicious, I would actually add even more. I might very finely mash, say 3 bananas, and then do maybe just like a couple of tablespoons of oil and the recommended water, which is 1/3 cup, and then the 2 eggs. And it comes out really moist and delicious. And that way it'll, I think, amp up the sweetness and the banana flavor a little bit. And my other recommendation is add mini chocolate chips. You should add mini chocolate chips to everything. I love mini chocolate chips. They disperse really nicely in batter. So I throw a handful both in the batter, and then you top it with crumb topping that comes included here in the mix. And I also add chocolate chips to that crumb topping on top. And when you bake it up, it really comes out beautiful. So I recommend this if you can find it. It's very good. Okay. And the last food item, and I have already tried this and I love it, is Bush's baked beans, the zero sugar. This is delicious. This is a huge can, 27.5 ounce can of the Bush's baked beans. I don't know what this costs at Walmart. I forget because I haven't bought Bush's in a while. But when I do buy baked beans, it usually is Bush's. And I had seen the zero sugar before, but never pulled the trigger on it because whatever Walmart charges, it didn't seem like the kind of gamble I wanted to take on the zero sugar, just in case I didn't like it. But guess what? For 5 quarters, you can just try it. And I did, and I have to tell you guys, this is delicious. It's really good. Let's see. Total sugars is 1 gram for a 1/2 cup serving. Let's see. And total carbohydrates, now don't forget, these are beans, is 26 grams. I don't know how the carbs would compare then to like the regular, with sugar added Bush's baked beans. But this zero sugar brings it down to just 1 total gram of sugar. And I think that is fantastic. So carbohydrates actually are 26 grams, but dietary fiber is 12. So net carbs would be 14 grams a serving. I don't know I'm not on a low carb plan, so I don't know if that's really good or not. But if you're watching your sugar, this could be a really nice product. I love it. Delicious. So I went ahead and bought several of these, and I like it a lot. It's really good. That's it for the food. In the health and beauty, we've just got a couple of items here. First of which are, they had the Eco Tools, but only in blue, only in this beautiful turquoise blue, but I don't mind because I like it quite a bit. And it's got the Eco Tools brand hanging ribbon, and of course the tag, but whatever. It's nice, it's poofy, it's the right size. I like these very much. I bought those gigantic, what were those by? Ideal Bath, I think was the brand. And they're really gigantic. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? They were almost too big for me because I feel like it would absorb the soap and I could never really rinse it thoroughly enough. I don't know if anybody else found it to be that way, even though they're gorgeous and they're so luxurious to use on your body. But I felt like you could never really get them rinsed out well enough. So that's just my opinion on that matter. But I like this one by Eco Tools because it's really just right sized. And I swap these out every 30 days anyway. So, as many as I can have in my stash, I know I'm good for a little while. So I went ahead and grabbed 2 of those. I think that comes in an ivory color as well. Didn't see it. So, oh well, turquoise it is. And then the other item from Health and Beauty is a new color of this chapstick, Total Hydration Moisture Plus Tint in the warm nude color. And I've been waiting to open this. I'm excited. Let's see what this color looks like. I like these. I've owned it in the pink and in, there was like a berry color. Here's the tube. And let's do a little swatchy poo. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's definitely a warm nude color. Very sheer. It's pretty. Pretty, just when you want a little something on your lips. It's like the kind of color that'll just, I think, enhance your natural lip color in a very nice way. And you can see how moisturizing that is on my dry, parched, in between season skin. But we love this. It's chapstick, always a good brand name, in the warm nude. So that was a nice little pickup. Ooh, I like that. I'm going to start using that. Like I said, on those days when I'm not wearing makeup, I just want to put a little something on. There you go. Good stuff. I picked up one rando item. So I told you guys that we kept losing our Fire Stick remote. And so that I bought one of those pop sockets to put on it. Well, Hugo broke it already. I'm like, come on, man. I think he was fidgeting with it and popped the little peach off. So we're going to try one more time. And I'm replacing it with a new peach. So I went ahead and grabbed that to put on our remote. But I will say this is an effective way to not lose these small, especially black remotes. I mean, in between couch cushions, you'll almost never find this. Or if it gets kicked under the sofa, you'll almost never find it. But with this brightly colored item on it, it is definitely helpful for us to be able to locate it when it's lost, which is often. So anyway, picked up a new one of those. Like, it's not your toy. Stop playing with it. What the heck? Anyway, but I digress. Let's see. And then from the school section, I wandered down there. I wander down up and down every single aisle. And I always go in order. I'm so methodical about it. I mean, I wonder if like the employees at the stores that I frequent are like, there's that lady with the short hair who always like starts on the party section and ends in the kitchen side. But that's me. I go up and down every single aisle, browsing every end cap, looking every shelf up and down, looking for clip strips and all kinds of hanging merchandise. I mean, you know, you got to look at it all, right? Because that's how you spot what's new. And my eyes went to, in the school supply section, my eyes went to this box of crayons by Bic. Bic Kids. It's a pack of 16 crayons. You get all of these colors. And what they are boasting on there is that they are break resistant and there's no wrapper, no mess. So these are not wrapped. Here, I'll show you. So unlike Crayola, these come with no, paper wrapper. They're naked. They have no crayon smell. I haven't actually tried these yet. I haven't tried coloring with them yet. I just picked up one box. You know, I don't, you know, when school's about to be back in session and all the school supplies are on sale, you can get a 16 count of Crayolas for much cheaper than $1.25. They're usually about 50 cents at Walmart. So I always find that to be a good deal. But, you know, like I said, this was something new. I was curious, and yeah, I'll put these crayons to the test and see, do they color as well as Crayola? Because in my opinion, I think Crayola are the best crayons out there. But we'll see. We'll see how these perform, and I'll let y'all know what I think. I just picked up, like I said, the one package of these, and on a peg just below it, I also found by Bic Kids, you get 10 ultra washable markers. It says on there, ultra washable. And it also boasts that you know, sometimes when kids press too hard on markers, they can almost poke the tip right into it and it effectively breaks the marker. So I guess it's like, you know, crush resistant tip, as well as it says you can go up to 1 week with the cap off. Really? And they don't dry out? Really? That's a lot to boast, being ultra washable with a crush resistant tip, and you can leave the cap off for up to a week and have it still work. I don't know about all that. I feel like that's a tall order, but I did see these Bic markers. They're calling these a medium point marker. Let's see what that's looking like. Let's find a color that we can see. So here's the blue, and here is the tip. Oh, it's kind of nice. So like if you're kind of coloring it using the side, it's kind of a broader tip. Otherwise, it's actually comes down to a pretty fine point. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. Pretty fine line. And that's these. And look, I guess I can leave this cap off for up to a week and it'll still work allegedly. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I just bought these for myself just to use, and I'll do a little coloring and see, what do I think? I don't know. I thought they were kind of cool. And I figured, why not? Why not indeed? The Bic Kids. Cool. Okay. And lastly, you guys, I found some interesting books. So I feel like in the Chicagoland area, the book selection has been up and down. You have to, it's like you have to catch it at a certain wave. And it's funny, with the stores that I frequent, I can tell when they put out a new selection of books, because I do. I peruse the book section pretty carefully. You know, that's one of the places that I like to spend a little time just to see, you know, what kind of treasures there may be. And I found some ones here that I think are super cool. So let's go ahead and share. So as I told you guys, I visited the University of Missouri with Jacob, and we are in the process of, so he's going to be spending spring break with his dad in the Phoenix area. So he will also be visiting, next he'll be visiting Arizona State. So that's right over in Tucson. Yes. Which is very close by. And as part of the week they'll be spending out there, you know, as a family, they're going to spend a day on the campus doing a tour as well. So, because why not when you're out there, right? So it's funny that I found this book. Well, it's not really funny. It's a little, the title scares me a little bit, but I also know the realities of that this is a very exciting time, of course, for Jacob and for us, but it's also very stressful as well. So I saw this book. It says, it's called The Stressed Years of Their Lives. And it says, Helping Your Kids Survive and Thrive During Their College Years. It's by Janet Hibbs, PhD, and Anthony Rostain, MD, MA. And it says here, and On the back, it says, "This wonderful book defines and explores the many varied minefields of the college years with candor and compassion and provides parents with practical advice and support about what to look for, what to ask, and what to say, and when and how to intervene. I am grateful that there is now this long overdue and extraordinary guide. It should be required reading for all parents." Well, that is definitely a tall order. And for 5 quarters, this one truly, truly spoke to me. I figured I have to grab this one. I really do. And take a look. And it retailed for, I picked the label on the back, US $28.99. But I paid 5 quarters for what I'm hoping will be an informative book for me, and maybe something for his dad to look at as well. So I thought this was a good pickup. And then several videos ago, I showed you guys this book called Abundance Now, 60 Ways to Experience True Abundance by Jesse Sands. And it was a cool little book that talks about abundance not being about financial abundance, although that's part of it, or it could be part of it, but just about finding abundance in what you have already and what is in front, and the opportunities that are in front of you already. So I found this book and found this to be really, really cool. I thumbed through it a little bit. I have it, I brought it with on our little road trip to Columbia, thinking if we had a little downtime, maybe I would read, but we didn't have a whole heck of a lot of downtime. So I do still plan to read this one. I figure it'll be a quick read, but I found a companion guide here. This one is called Mindfulness Now, also by Jesse Sands. Oops. Covering with my hands. 60 Ways to Experience Effortless Mindfulness. And let's see if I can find something. Here we go. Introduction. I wish I had thought about mindfulness when I was a kid. It would have saved me a lot of time, trouble, and a whole bunch of drama. I discovered mindfulness at a time in my life when everything seemed to be going wrong. My job sucked. I was single, but not happily. So I had a ton of credit card debt. I was eating and drinking too much, and on and on. I needed a change. A friend of mine casually said over dinner one night, "Hey, maybe you can meet me sometime to meditation class. It's been really helpful to me." Meditation class? There were a few things I wanted to do less than go to a class to what? Just sit there? My life was a mess. I needed to take action, not just sit there and pretend nothing was wrong. She persisted, and so to appease her, I said yes. I thought I would go once and say, "It's not for me, but thanks," and never do it again. But I went with her wearing sweats and bringing a pillow. I'm not sure why I brought the pillow. And together, my friend and I walked into the meditation classroom. Anyway, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be a quick passage, kind of like in the other book. Like it kind of in the beginning gave a succinct, almost definition of abundance. So I thought this was going to give a more succinct definition, but I guess this is how she stumbled upon the practice of mindfulness. So I'm interested in reading more. I hope I kind of like intrigued you guys at least a little bit if you find this little book. This little book, by the way, let's see. I think I already picked the price tag on the other book. So I can tell you, yes, it was US $7.99. So I presume the same for this one. So if you find either one, I think they're a great pickup at $1.25 a piece. Right? Because at that price, you can just try it, right? Just try it. Also something fun to try, I would think. Have you ever thought that you have the next $1 million idea? Well, maybe you can be an inventor. It's an Every Woman's Guide to Creating the Next Big Thing. And it's by, I'm presuming these are two entrepreneurs, Mina Yu and Hillary Meyerson. And I thought this book looked like a lot of fun. I might thumb through it a little bit, but I actually have somebody in mind who I think would enjoy this a lot. So it says here, ever jotted down a big idea on a small napkin? Ever see a need in the marketplace for a genius product that would make yours and everyone else's life easier? Always wanted to grow your side hustle into a sustainable business? Didn't know what to do next, so the idea fell by the wayside? Or worse, it was brought to market by somebody else? Well, we feel you. Anyway, these two entrepreneurs, Mina Yu and Hillary Meyerson, will teach you to be an inventor. And this book retailed at, let's see, US $19.95. I don't know if my camera's focusing well enough for you to see that, but US $19.95, or in my case, 5 quarters. Be an inventor. Why not? Why not indeed? Next, An opportunity to own something by a designer for only $1.25. What? You can if you buy this book called Manners by Kate Spade. How wild is that, you guys? It actually came plastic wrap, but I wanted to take the plastic wrap off to be able to show you guys the inside, as well as it was super glary on the outside. So yeah, isn't that something? And inside, okay, so I'm going to read a little bit of the blurb from the inside. It says, making a good first impression, tipping for a haircut, dispensing with a large handful of cherry pits, and determining the so-called pedestrian passing lane on a crowded sidewalk are just some of the very many etiquette conundrums we all face. As liberated as we become in our dress and in our lifestyles, good manners are still essential. And so I presume this is a guide to good manners out there in the world. And let's see, to open it. Oh, cute. It's nicely illustrated. Here, holiday tipping. Okay. The gift of a holiday tip is a way of thanking certain people for taking care of you during the year. Depending on what you're able to spend and how many people are on your list, it's a good idea to plan ahead by putting money aside from time to time. It's also useful to keep track of who you tip and how much and what you give each year. Things like apartment building staff, like a doorman or superintendent, custodian, handyman, your hairdresser. I always tip my hairdresser very well, especially around the holidays. And then in general, because she's kind of a one-woman show, and she's fantastic. And she's so inexpensive. When you find somebody like that, it is magic. The reason why my hair is this short is because, frankly, I wouldn't know what to do. I'm not good with hair. I'm decent with makeup, but I'm not great with hair. So she keeps me looking decent with a beautiful haircut that's, like I said, it's not very expensive. So I take good care of my hairdresser. Your health club people, or your babysitter. So anyway, that's just an example of like different etiquette situations, and there's all kinds of cute illustrations inside. And like I said, you can own a designer item for only $5. And I'm going to hang on to this for a future giveaway. I think this would be a fun addition to a subscriber gift. So one of you may be adding this to your collection. And then finally, you guys, this book caught my attention because look at the beautiful colors on the outside. Grow, Bloom, Flourish. A 52-week planner for self-reflection. And you guys, it is an undated planner with this, rubber band that holds it closed. Look how cute the illustrations are on the inside. This is just the inside cover, you guys. So cute. So, so cute. And there's space for you to create a vision board, just to put your name in here. Here's some of the pretty illustrations on the inside. It has a childish quality, but I also think it's just festive and fun. This is totally, this spoke to me so much. I found only one. If I can find another one, you guys, I'm definitely scooping it up and putting it in a subscriber gift because I think this is fantastic. Here, it's like I told you, it's completely undated. Here's a month that you can plan out by month. Including priorities and special dates. You can even do a monthly reflection, and it asks you, what are you most proud of right now? How cool is that, right? You can go month by month. And then they've got a place where you can put goals for the season ahead about personal, work, wellness, emotional, relationship goals. And here's where it starts weekly. And you can start this at any time, or you can use this as much or as little as you want. I like the freedom and the fact that it is completely undated and you can just make it your own. And it's like a cool diary. See, and these are what all the weekly pages look like. All of them, they're pretty, oh, that's monthly. I guess it's divided by monthly. I don't even know. This is so organized that I'm so not, that I'm going to have to really read this to figure out, what all is in here. But yes, and then here we've got like seasonal reflection. There's like a lot of space to like really journal here. Oh my goodness, like you could create a Venn diagram of your what is this? My values, physical, emotional, social, and where these things convene. So cool. Yeah, this is great. This is awesome. It is. It's divided by months and by weeks and seasonally or periodically. Yeah, there's like spaces to plan ahead and to really, I love it. I think this is super, super cool. And this retailed out there for $16.99. I don't know. It's really going to be kind of difficult to see, I think. I managed to get that much of the sticker off without damaging the cover because I love this so much. I'm going to have to keep this for myself, but I promise you guys, I will be looking for another one of these to put in a subscriber gift because I think any and everybody could benefit from a really cute planner like this. How cool is that, right? So anyway, you guys, that concludes today's haul. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you so much for every time that you do. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I bid you peace.